Appreciate you. We're going to get moving with the episode. 1040 versus 1041. I did a lot of, I don't really say this too much, but I really, put some hours into this episode. I really did. So, I just wanted to bring it. The main thing, as far as I'm concerned, that we need to understand is we need to be able to adapt to changing circumstances. I think that's paramount. It's really important as a human being, as, a Homo sapien sapien. However you, look at yourself. We need to be able to adapt to changing circumstances. Circumstances are always going to change. The only thing that stays the same is that change will always continue to happen. Also, there is a natural process of reality that I know is being ignored for an unnatural process of reality. There's an extension of adolescence and childhood. I can get into some really deep stuff, and I don't, because I want to be able to specifically lay these foundational bricks, these things that I see and know to be very, very important. I don't want to lose anyone or anything like that. But it's like this. We need to be able to adapt to changing circumstances. If you're not able to do that, what? Things are always changing. The sun, wherever it is in the sky, it's always changing to a different position. Things are always changing. We need to be able to adapt. But it's time to start paying attention to the natural process of reality, distinguished separate and contrasted from this unnatural process of reality. Please, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, because I ain't finna jump in this no heavier. But with that being said, on August 9th, 2012, the 7th Court of Appeals held that it named all depositors within banks, named all depositors unsecured investors. Say it again. August 19, 2012, 7th Court of Appeals named all depositors as unsecured investors. Y'all know about bailouts? You ever heard of bail-ins? You ever coughed and then instantly gave yourself a headache on like one side of your head right behind your eyeball? Y'all know what I'm talking about. One more time. August 9th, 2012. August 9th, 2012, the 7th Court of Appeals named all depositors, bank depositors, unsecured investors. Y'all can look it up. Go check it out. That's why I said it 3 times. Don't believe me, believe yourself. Don't believe Wikipedia, believe yourself. Financial institutions in this country that I'm sure of, I'm not going to speak on any other country, system, or whatever, are required to have living wills. You trying to deposit? Man, look. This stuff is real. It's getting real. It's slowly getting more real. So let's keep it real. Let's go into this. 1040 is for an individual Social Security number. Most of us understand this. Most all of us have used the Social Security number and had to file an individual tax return. It's public. 1041. Did you know that the 1041 is private? It's a private return. It's a private return. It's not open for public scrutiny. I'm gonna read something for y'all. I told y'all I put in some work. I'm gonna read this for y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. This is the Supreme Court, by the way. These are Supreme Court citations. One of the main objectives of a trust contract is to obtain most of the advantages of a corporation, but with the freedoms from the burdens, restrictions, and regulations generally imposed upon them. This is Congress. I'm going to read again. One of the main objectives of a trust contract is to obtain most of the advantages of a corporation, but with the freedoms from the burdens, restrictions, and regulations generally imposed upon them. A business trust may be organized to engage in any business in which individuals and corporations may lawfully engage. The Supreme Court, y'all. I'm just pancaking. I'm being very specific but very vague right now. How can you do that? Statutes may authorize limited liabilities of partnerships and corporations, but those statutes do not by implication prohibit the creation of contract trusts to enjoy similar immunity by virtue of common law. I heard someone say, ready to read that again. Statutes may authorize limited liabilities of partnerships and corporations, but those statutes do not by implication prohibit the creation of contract trusts to enjoy similar immunity by virtue of common law. The Supreme Court holds that a trust relationship comes under the realm of equity justice based upon common law and is not subject to legislative restrictions as are corporations or other organizations created by legislative authority. The Supreme Court holds that a trust relationship comes under the realm of equity justice based upon common law and is not subject to legislative restrictions, as are corporations or other organizations created by legislative authority, state law, legislative law. Only decisions by the U.S. Supreme Court are binding authority on the IRS. A case decided by the U.S. Supreme Court becomes the law of the land and takes precedence over decisions of lower courts. The Internal Revenue Service must follow Supreme Court decisions. For the examiners, the IRS examiners, the Supreme Court decisions have the same weight as the Internal Revenue Code. Only decisions by the U.S. Supreme Court are binding authority on the IRS. A case decided by the U.S. Supreme Court becomes the law of the land and takes precedence over decisions of lower courts. The Internal Revenue Service must follow Supreme Court decisions. For the examiners, the Supreme Court decisions have the same weight as the code. Yeah, Internal Revenue Code says a business trust is a common law entity formed by contract and thus is not subject to the same type of state regulation as a corporation. Private law generally refers to the terms of an agreement between the parties, and the parties have the freedom to override many state law requirements regarding format. All right, I'm back. They kicked me off. I don't know what happened. Where was I at? I'm just going to start over where I was at. Private law generally refers to the terms of an agreement between the parties, and the parties have the freedom to override many state law requirements regarding formalities of contract. Within the contract itself, you can choose jurisdiction. You choose the correct jurisdiction. I hope, I trust you understand what I'm saying. We got the 1040 and the 1041. I'm looking at both of them. I got them both in my hand. The 1040, U.S. Individual Income Tax Return. Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service. You got income, wages, salaries, tips, etc. You get attached Form W-2 or 1099. Taxable interest, taxable refunds, ordinary dividends, alimony received, business income, capital gain, other gains, IRA distributions, pensions and annuities, rental real estate, royalties, partnerships, S corporations, trust. This is all income on the 1040. Farm income, unemployment, compensation. So you get paid unemployment. That's taxable income. Social Security benefits, other income. You got to list it. Combine the amounts in the far right column for line 7 through 21. This is your total income. I am not a tax attorney. I am not a lawyer. I do not give legal advice. I do not practice law. You got adjusted gross income. Certain business expenses of reservists, like probably Army, National Guard Reserve, performing artists, and fee-basis government officials. You got a health savings account deduction, moving expenses deduction, deductible part of self-employment tax. So some of the self-employment tax you can deduct. That's if you're like a 1099 or something like that. Self-employment, SEP, simple and qualified plans, So like, a Roth IRA, self-employed health insurance deduction, penalty on early withdrawal of savings. You can adjust your gross income with alimony that you paid, any IRA deduction, student loan interest deduction, tuition and fees, domestic production activities deduction, whatever that is. Add lines 23 to 35. Once again, I am not a lawyer. Taxes and credits. Here's some credits. Let me see what we got. Credits over here. The 1040. Terrible, by the way. As I'm looking through this, it's garbage. Foreign tax credit, credit for child and dependent care. You got to have a child. Education credits. You got to go to school. You have to pay to school too. Retirement savings contributions. Most of us can't even save for retirement. But if we can, they'll give us a deduction on that. Let me see. Residential energy credits. It's probably if you bought solar panels. I mean, most of the stuff we can't even do. Self-employment tax, unreported Social Security, Medicare, additional tax on your IRAs, household employment taxes, first-time home buyer credit repayment, healthcare taxes, and so you're reporting the taxes you got to pay. Payments, you get the federal income tax withheld from Forms W-2 and 1099. Non-taxable combat pay, additional child tax, American Opportunity Credit, net premium tax, excess Social Security, so on and so forth. This is terrible. Schedule A is the itemized deductions. So other things you can deduct. I kind of went deep. So Schedule A is itemized deductions for the 1040. Medical and dental expenses. Taxes you paid, state and local taxes, real estate taxes, personal property taxes. Interest you paid on the home mortgage interest. You got points that you got to do on 1098, Form 1098. Mortgage insurance premiums, and then some investment interest. Gifts to charity, though. Gifts by cash or check. $250 or more. Other than cash or check, $250 or more. Carryover from prior year. Casualty and theft losses. Job expenses. Unreimbursed employee expenses. Job travel. Union dues. So this is stuff that you didn't receive back, but you paid. Get some deductions on that. And that's about it. So now I'm going to move to the 1041. 1041 is very simple. 2 pages. Very simple. Very similar. You got income. Income from interest, ordinary dividends, qualified dividends, allocatable to the beneficiaries or another trust, business income or loss, capital gains or loss, rents, royalties, partnerships, farm income, ordinary gain or loss, other income, deductions. You can deduct for interest, taxes, fiduciary fees. There's a charitable deductions. You can deduct attorney and accountant fees, other deductions that are not to the 2% floor. Okay. Allowable, miscellaneous, itemized deductions that are subject to the 2% floor. Allowable deductions in this situation are governed by the contract itself. There's an income distribution deduction. A trust can distribute 100% of its taxable income to a beneficiary. Can't do that in the 1040. Estate tax deduction. There's certain exemptions. If there's taxes, you put them here. There's on the Schedule A, there's charitable deductions, income distribution deductions. This is Schedule B. But specifically, on a 1040, taxable income individuals cannot pass taxable income to a beneficiary. There's a ceiling to deductions on the 1040. The 1040 is a public return. The 1041 is a private return. A trust, now look, not all trusts are the same. There's more than, I've said this before, there's over 80 some odd different trusts in this country. I'm going to give you a hint, though, how you know. If it's a trust agreement, it's public. If it's a trust contract, it's private. Trust agreements fall under legislative authority. They're usually put together by state attorneys. Trust contracts are governed by the contract indenture itself, as long as that is provided for in the indenture. If it's not, whatever's not provided for in the indenture will be provided for by the state. So trust contracts are important. State attorneys do not usually know the difference. I'll tell you what doesn't exist. Ain't no such thing as, they haven't been taught. When you're dealing with state trusts, more than likely it's drawn up by a state attorney, drawn up under this legislative authority of the state itself, because that's what they've been taught. When you deal with attorneys or individuals like myself who need to have an entity that can do business internationally, you'll come across individuals who are familiar with the contract trust and the laws regarding it. They'll be able to, point you into specific Supreme Court citations that speak to the validity of these entities, this contract entity, specifically. Because if you want to get specific, it's a contract. It comes under the laws of trust on how the income is taxed and how it's dispersed. In every other situation, it's a contract. And there's power in that, because we all know Article 1, Section 10, in part of the Constitution states, no state shall pass any law impairing the obligation to contract. And we, the people, have the common law right to contract unlimited. I think that was in Hale versus Hinkle. It's been tried over like 3 times and never been overturned. But there's a reason or cause for an entity that can operate internationally. So, like, for example, a living trust. A living trust, the person who creates it becomes a trustee. That's known as a grantor trust. That's all bad, as far as I'm concerned. If there's any, suit, creditors, or litigation, that living trust is going to be disregarded as a separate entity. The Internal Revenue Service or the state will determine that as an alter ego, and the veil, the trust veil will be pierced, because the person who created is a trustee. That's called a grantor trust. That's a trust agreement. It's not a trust contract. The only protection afforded by that type of trust is it protects an individual from probate, because it's a living trust. So upon the demise of that individual, there's a contract or an agreement stating how the things are going to be dispersed and where they're going to go. So the state isn't going to, or the heirs, the state won't go into probate. That's not to say that it's not going to be subject to inheritance tax, death tax, so on and so forth, depends, creditors, garnishments. We're coming toward the end of the show, and I always like to give, the family that stay with me extra jewels. So check this out, just for you. The first trust ever created in the U.S. was set up in 1765. 1765. It was created by Kirkpatrick Henry. Set up the Robert Morris Family Trust. He was looking to protect his property from English taxes and laws. That trust is still operating today as the Great Northern Land and Cattle Company. 1765, Robert Morris Family Trust, still operating today, Great Northern Land and Cattle Company. I think it's in Wisconsin. Do the research. Before the 1041 was even introduced as an option for a return in the United States, this entity existed. A business trust is a common law entity formed by contract and thus is not subject to the same type of state regulation as a corporation. Marbury versus Madison. Y'all might have to download this or get a hold of this in the archives and record it because I'm not going to repeat this. Grab a pen. Do what you got to do. I'm about to go to the phone lines. We're coming towards the end of the show. So I'm going to wrap up here in a minute. So if you have anything to say you want to add to the platform, 424-222-5250, 563-999, 3625, press 1. I apologize. I feel under the weather today. I'm not feeling well, but I'm holding it down. Marbury versus Madison, 5 U.S. CRANCH 137 174 176 1830. Marbury versus Madison, 5 U.S. 1 CRANCH 137, 174, 176, 1830. Shaw versus Payne, 1-2 Allen, 293. Massachusetts, MASS. Harwood versus Tracy, 118 MO 631 6. I'm gonna start over. Harwood versus Tracy, 118 MO 63124 SW 214. Weeks versus Sibley, DC 269 F as in Frank 155. Hodgkiss versus Northland Petroleum Consolidated, 104 Mont MONT 328, 67. Page 2D, space 811. Edwards versus the Commissioner. That's a good one. Bids versus Dowd, I like that one. Ashworth versus Hagen Estates, 181 space S as in Sam, period. E as in Edward, period. Space 381, space 1935. Taxes are withheld in the 1040 system. There's a ceiling to deduction on the individual side. There's a ceiling. If you have the correct trust, every dollar that leaves the trust account is an expense to the trust. Therefore, it is a deduction to the trust in some way, shape, or form. It's either expense or it is what is known as disbursement, qualified disbursement, or income distribution, qualified income distribution, which reduces the taxable income by however much the distribution is. $1040 can't do that. 1040 return and the 1040 return was introduced in the same year. You either came from an informed family or an uninformed family. It's this American type, democracy type, what do we call it? Culture where we don't talk to each other about salaries. You and I could be sitting in the same office, pretty much doing the same job, and I'll be making $30,000 more a year than you. Because you don't know your worth and I know mine. We're doing the same job, and we're not talking about what we make because it's taboo. It's taboo to talk about that. That's instituted and promoted by these companies. That culture of not talking about what you make versus what I make. Why not? Are you ashamed of something? Maybe you got something to be ashamed of. There's taxes withheld from the individual, a ceiling to deductions. 1041 does not succumb to those same types of ridiculous, in my opinion, ridiculous hindrances and restrictions. Before there was any corporation, there was a contract. The idea of corporations and individuals came from the private. They came from contractual. Executions to protect property from English taxes and law, to facilitate the perpetuation of generational wealth, to hold and control assets in a name that is protected from the other names that you do business in, that you come into contact with in the public. And to move forward in the world of commerce where it's really warfare. We either come from an informed family and an uninformed family, as I said. My cause, my charity is that you can be truly informed and we can truly solidify and stabilize the foundation. I got a bunch of supplementary studies and information for all the trustees. Trustees know what I'm saying. Trust is the only thing or entity that can get into what is known as the run rates, RUN space RATE. The securities in exchange laws with regards to this information. Y'all know I don't care. I step on the chunkiest of toes and pancake them. Specific contract trust allows the dabbling in endowments and private placement accounts. The specific founder stock can't do that as an individual. Corporations can't do these things. Charity, banking and loans, getting money in specific industries that will never go anywhere. I just want to put you in a position to where you can separate your private wealth from your business wealth or the wealth that you create by contracting with another business. HighFrequencyRadioNetwork.com. Welcome to the Foundation.com. I'm about to go to the phone line, y'all. I feel like I've said too much. Anonymous caller. Bunch of zeros, all the zeros. Zeros. What's the deal?
What's the deal? So it's me down from Brownsville. How you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, brother. One thing I say, like, sometimes you can get comfortable with the right stuff and you can get comfortable with the wrong stuff. But listening to you, that means comfortable with the right stuff, you know? Take care of your health. I heard that you wasn't feeling well a few moments ago. I sent you an email. You can check it out. I sent it to the ones that I want to, like, hopefully they live long and they stay strong. I sent it out to people. I came across it. Now I'm passing it on to you. I hope you get it. It's in your email. That, a lot of times people die and they say they wish they could have did something. Well, I try to do something. Well, I do something, while people is alive, So, that's what I have to say. But, how's the weather where you at?
I think it's partly the weather that's tearing me up. It's fluctuating from not warm to warm. So, it's fall. We're going into winter. And, I'm in the central time zone, so it's definitely interesting.
Well,
how about you, man?
Dress for the
how's
occasion.
The weather over there?
It's all right over here. Raining like that. But I don't let it stop me. I just, I can't let it stop me. I just dress for the occasion. I may get a little bit wet. I don't believe in too much of walking around with umbrellas, so I just take it how it comes to me. When it soaks me up, I feel like getting soaked that day. I just get soaked. Yeah. So I'm never too far away from from where I gotta go. So I don't get wet too much. And if I'm out there, if I'm dressing light, I don't get cold too much. We get conditioned to know what's cold, what's hot. So I try to recondition myself. So that I try not to be like that herd going off the cliff. Especially like where it doesn't really benefit. It's not benefiting a lot of people. Well, that's what I have to say. I know you're about to wrap it up, and I'm looking forward to talking to you when you come on again. And peace and love to you and your family. And you stay strong, man.
I appreciate you, man. Peace, honors, and blessings to you and your family. Thank you. And I appreciate you always being down. I know you checked on the show, man, so thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. And have a great week. And I'll talk to you soon, family.
I will. Okay, all right, fam. Family.
All right, peace, family.
Peace.
347-9454. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from? 9454. 347. You on mute?
Yo, what it is, so?
Oh, peace. That's not like brother. But Lon, what's going on, man? How you doing?
What up, Chief? How you, man? Loving it, man. I caught y'all, man. I'm rocking out with you, man. I love it. And I love Brownsville, man. I hear them always in effect, on effect mode, man. I love it. Good to see Brownsville wide awake, man. They waking up out there, man. They ain't popping off over there no more. They slowly waking up. I love it, man. That's how it's supposed to be, man. You're doing good things, man. So you're doing wonderful things, man, for the whole big village out here around the globe, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, ancestors got to send love to you, man. Send all that good love to you, man. I hope to see a whole lot of other states waking up as fast as ever, man, getting on this trust, man. That's live and full in effect, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's at, man. That's where it's at, man. You dropping jewels, man, all day, every day, man. Got to commend them, brother, man. Send mad love to you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Hope to run into Brownsville one day, man, since we close by, you know. I'm up in the boogie down, man, but I'll be all around. I'll be out there in all parts of the boroughs, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
and out of state.
Going back in.
Yeah, Brownsville right here.
What's up?
You up in the boogie down?
Yeah, I'm up there in the boogie down, man, in the river. In the river, man.
Okay.
Bronx River, baby.
Are you familiar with Shaka? Shaka from He's Uptown over there?
Not really. The name sounds real familiar, but I'm not, real familiar with him.
Yeah, but you have different communities out there. You have like they keep it peaceful. You have like Jonah Bay. He's like a Jonah Bay. He's down like Jonah Bay. Yeah, he's like
he's up top. He's up a little up top.
Yeah,
he's up there where Heavy B and them is from, I think. Huh?
Okay, I'm over here down by Picking and Power. That's the part of Brownsville where I'm at,
Oh, I'm glad. Y'all waking up slowly out there. I see you ain't clapping off over there too much, huh?
Yeah, they ain't doing that anymore like that,
That's good, that's good. I'm glad to see that, because I used to be out there. I used to be on heavy gun clap. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad they slowed it down. They slowed it down. Yeah.
It's the young
they getting knowledge now. They getting the knowledge. I see the knowledge is taking overwhelming. I like to see that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they, the way I look at it like this, they don't want to go back to the Wild Wild West days, They ain't trying to have that.
Okay. Well, I hope you're doing that trustees with the main man, your main man, so, man. He got it going on, man.
Yes, I'm lining up. I'm lining up like that.
All right. Yeah. No rush. Yeah.
And what you go by? What's your name again?
Yeah, Balance.
Balance? Okay, all right, Balance. All right.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But I hope to run into you too, with that,
Oh, no doubt, man.
But anyway, like, I don't mind. So, L, you can give him my information, my email. I say it over the line. I'm not afraid of anything. I am who I am.
But keep it like you're supposed to in the private, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Pass it on.
Okay, like that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. All right.
All right.
Peace and love, Balance.
All right, peace and love, my good brother.
To you and your family too.
All right, you too, man. Keep your eyes on the prize. Yo,
definitely will.
Yo, man, what's up, man? Peace.
Yeah. Well, how you feel, man? I missed out this week, man. I was kind of hectic, man, with the class.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, it's all love.
It's all good. No, I'll be back on time. Same bad channel, same bad time. I'll be back around. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got it.
Fluctuating, man.
That's why I said, we got to adapt to changing circumstances. You always got to be adaptable.
No doubt, Gotta stay focused
Appreciate
and meditate, man. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be going in the chamber sometime, meditating, deep meditation, man.
Right.
To draw up on the answers.
You gotta get right.
That's how you gotta draw, you know what I'm saying? You know it. You gotta go within self, and pull it out as much as you can. It's like a chessboard. You strategizing, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can make the right crucial moves on the board. Because I'm trying to do checkmates at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, every one. Measure 20 times, cut one.
No doubt. I see you pop in with the 1041s, man. That's what's up. You giving the jewels out, 1041s, man. That's where everybody should be at. That listen to your show, man.
That's where we need to be.
Get off that lane 1040. Get off that lane 1040, man. That ain't meant for us, man. You know?
Yup. I know.
But everybody got to take their little baby steps, one baby step at a time, They'll get there.
Yeah. We all going to get there. I'm going to go to the next call, man.
All right. Good talking with a good brother. And, we rock out. I catch up with you, what we do,
Man, I can leave your mic open. Want me to leave your mic open?
Yeah, you can do that. No doubt.
All right, I'm going to leave your mic open. All right, next caller, 205-0377. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Peace. What it is, the biz is your brother, man, down south, man, Mellow Bay, brother. With the business,
Hello. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, all is well. I'm above water. We on solid ground speaking to you, so you know what it is, man. It is what it is. I missed you last week, brother, but I'm tuning in, recapping the archive, though, so, I made it in all good, man. And,
I feel like last week I snapped. I got a lot of positive feedback from last week's show.
Okay.
It was family banking. It was, the little final wrap up in the Legacy series. And people are really feeling that episode. Like, straight up, the numbers is doing well, as far as downloads and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's not the episode to miss, man. I said it too. I will never speak on that again the way I spoke.
So, was that the corporate entities and how they maneuver and which ones, be familiar with?
I was more talking about how to, finance, your private estate, really, man.
Oh man, fire! I gotta go back.
Yeah, I was talking about what the wealthy don't want us to know. You know what I mean?
Right. That 1% info, huh?
Yeah, that's what I said. I ain't never gonna go in like that. So yeah, make sure you check that one out, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Check it out.
Definitely. We got some things we working on down here now. I got certain ones on the line. I don't know if you can see them on the key, on the switchboard, but I got certain ones tuned in, man. And my brother out there, Eat the L, who you spoke to, you and Sharif long ago. He out there, he on the road doing the trucks, and that information you brought about that truck information and all that was powerful. That was right on time, bro. Divine calculation with that info. So we all in the line, man. I got some heads from where I'm at, bro. They down here now. We're gonna start a little study group, periodically throughout the week or something like that. And we're gonna tune in, we're gonna go in, open up the Black laws and and get more familiar with different types of trusts, because we got ideas that we want to formulate. If brother drive, I do this, brother do that, we're going to formulate something and put it together. You see what I'm saying? We got a formula working on as well, but we studying, man. We in the process, so, it's all good. Oh, yeah, man. Another thing, too, so, man, get you some ginger, bro. Get you some ginger, some echinacea, some lemons, and plenty of vitamin C, with the B12, You know what I'm saying? I know you already in tune with the alkaline, so make sure the alkaline while you at it more. And then, you know, keep juicing with the fluids, because, you know, the unexpected weather hit me too, you know what I'm saying? Just like you opened up the show, you were talking about adjusting and changing always taking place. So that's mainly what our body's doing, bro. We're adjusting, and we tune, you know what I'm saying? We switching up and getting prepared for the climate, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. So that's definitely what it is, just to you know what I'm saying, be reciprocate and get that back to you, you know what I'm saying, bro? Because, yeah, man, you know what I mean? Jump on your shaman, man. Jump on your shaman, get in the kitchen, and do what you got to do, G. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm missing the ginger, but get on all that. I mean, honestly, man, I was neglecting my health, man. I was working a lot. I wasn't eating, and I was eating like not getting sleep. And the weather changed on me, and it caught me up. It was like, blah, blah. You want to play around? Here you go. You know, that's what happened. So, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to get on that ginger. I got a whole thing of lemons. I got all the tea.
Echinacea.
Yeah, I got that. Echinacea tea, moringa, bladder wax.
You got moringa, huh? All right.
Yeah. I had to grab that moringa.
And green tea, brother. Don't forget that green tea.
Yo, that's green tea.
Get the right one.
Green
Make sure
tea.
it's 100% organic, GMO free, man. And that's a good brother there from down south, man. I like that brother, man. I love that brother.
Oh, no doubt, G. Oh, yeah, and coming soon, too. We finna put the tea house up in effect down here down south in Alabama. So, y'all get ready, man. Got the tea house popping out. I ain't want to drop it like that, but the sister may be tuning in, the brother may be tuning in, my brother Cushmill now, they may be tuning in, but you know that the tea house popping out, man. Them brothers, we got the effect, we got it popping out, all types of cups with different types of illnesses and whatnot, with the properties already in the herbs, that, you know what I'm saying, to get you more in tune with it, you know what I'm saying, to go along with your studies, you see what I'm saying? So we got
no doubt. Health is your wealth, man. Health is the wealth, man. That's what a lot of people miss out on.
Indeed. Well, if you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing else. Health is wealth. Indeed, I concur.
No doubt. That's why you gotta get that sundial too, man. You know about sundial products from the Caribbean? That's
I'm
here too, bro.
I'm here.
Man. Look that up. Sundial herbs, man. Look that up.
Okay.
Powerful. Those are the barks from the trees from all around the globe. It's made for us, by us, and for us. As people of melanin, copper, and colors. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Sabies used to do.
Yeah.
He's in that category. This is another brethren. This is a West Indian brethren from Jamaica. He goes right to the herbs from Africa, Ghana, brings it back here, boils it down in stainless steel containers, and put it out there for our bodies. Watch when you take it. The stuff clears up everything, man. It's called sundial herbs.
Sundial herbs.
Look it up online. They'll ship it right to your front door. Once you get that in your crib, along with what the brother was telling you on the side, loving that stuff. Your body will tell you when you need it. You don't need to drink it every day. You just drink it when your body talks. You say, I need that tonic. Watch it tell you. Because it goes with your biological structure, man. Knocks all that out of you.
Okay. I'm looking at it too, yeah.
Tiger Bone.
I've been on that.
That's powerful.
Put that
in the cabinet.
That's old school, yeah.
You're supposed to always have that in the cabinet. You don't abuse that. You take that once in a while, a shot to the head like tequila. You know what I mean?
Mellow.
And the apple cider pretty good. I know you ain't going wrong. Apple cider do the wonder work with that. All you do is 2 shots to the head like a tequila, and watch how your body feel in 20 minutes later.
Hold up. So, did you say to the head with the Tiger Bomb?
That's right.
I don't know, man. Maybe talking about putting it in the water and boiling it in the pot, and then putting the rag over your head, and then just breathing in the fumes boiling it in the pot. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Head. I'm going to leave y'all mic open. I'm going to go to the next caller. Next caller is 925-2686. 925-2686. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing, man? This is Brian. How you feeling, man?
Peace, family. I'm feeling well, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. Just listen to your show, loving it. You know, loving I can contribute to it. As far as last week, and it's funny that you said that people liking it. So yeah, that's cool. So just enjoying what you're doing, man. That's all I'm here, you know, trying to learn.
I appreciate you, brother, man.
And my mama also, she likes it.
Oh, peace to the
my mother.
Peace to the
my
mother.
mother's joined the shows too, so we.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
We all need the information.
I hope you feel a little bit better, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting better, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the well wishes, brother. And yeah, last week, man, it was great. And, I'm glad you could add to it, and I'm glad you could catch this week, man.
I was surprised I could be a little bit helpful with the little bit of knowledge I know.
Oh, don't be surprised. That's the thing. We underestimate ourselves. We're greater than what we know. We're capable of better things than we understand. Me?
Yeah, I feel you, man. But
I appreciate you calling in, man.
I mean, yeah.
That's it? Anything else?
Hey, I ain't got nothing else for you right now. I'm just loving the whole thing about the 1041. It makes sense, man, when you look at it. Like, you know, why would I teach my workers how to not, you know, why would I teach the workers how to be smart about their money? That's the way I look at it. You know, you go to public school, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah. Yo.
You're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that public knowledge. You ain't gonna get that private knowledge. So you gotta start taking responsibility for yourself. Like, you know, I've been telling my mom that for a minute. I said, yeah, we should go back to how it was in the Wild Wild West. People took care of each other. So let's go back to taking care of each other and stop worrying about all these other people who ain't doing it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, we were more dependent on ourselves and self-reliant. And families were stronger.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily good for commerce.
Yeah, because you know,
maybe that's why
I was listening. Yeah, because I was listening to one of the other shows, and it had like what's his name? I think his name was Brother or Prince. I forget his name, but he was talking about the word individual. He said if you break it down, it's and divide you all.
Oh.
And I never.
Yeah, that's deep.
Oh man.
And I never thought about it that way. It's divide you all.
Surely
it's
is.
Dividing all of us.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's it, man. That's all I got.
Man, between that scene, you just dropped a bomb right there. That was
man. Hit the bomb with
question. It's on run, man. He broke the code.
Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna leave your mic open. I'm gonna go to the next caller, man. This is a crazy show. Next caller.
The Matrix.
347-0529. 347-0529. Peace. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's the deal? What's the deal? God bless you, Brother Sawdell. This is Yvette, Daryl's sister. Peace to the community, brothers, kings, and queens. It is so good to hear the good information, the good nuggets. Like they said, health before wealth. Now, I don't know if you like to eat a lot of meat, but I'm going to give you something. You need to put a lot of fluid, sodium.
No.
You need to have some chicken broth. Get some chicken broth in your system. No meat whatsoever in there. Make sure it's clear chicken broth. Okay? Just drink that. Don't have anything in it. Just drink that broth. Make sure you get some NAC. It's called NAC. 600 milligrams.
600 milligrams.
Yeah. Get the green tea.
Yeah. NAC, NAC.
N as in Nancy, A as in apple, C as in candy. It's called NAC. Get some of that. I get mine from Puritan Pride. Let me tell you something. It's going to knock all of that out. Trust me. I go through a lot of stuff. Yeah. And the green tea. You got to get the green tea. Yeah. Okay? Knock that right out. Okay? Be careful of your environment. Unfortunately, we in a society where people come around you, they sick, they touch your desk, your chairs, they cough in the atmosphere, they sneeze in the atmosphere, nobody covers anything, nobody's going to tell you about their health. Cover you first. It makes no sense for you to get all this wealth, give out all this knowledge, and you don't see it and live to enjoy it.
Indeed.
As far as the communities that's listening, yeah, we getting it slowly but surely. And like you said, it's a downsizing in the job market. Our communities is learning now. It's not about their guns and all that, them fancy clothes and them sneakers now. It's real out here. You giving some really good nuggets to them. It's not about that paper reserve note. It's about them precious metals. Because I've been grabbing all the young folks around me, and I've been putting nuggets in their ears. Some of them is catching it. And I'm like, before you go and invest that money and all that foolishness, you better know what's real. And I had to sit a couple of them down. Because most of the young men, and I quote, men, because the men you could tell from the boys. The men know they have to make the provision for their families. The boys going to keep chasing and playing. See, real men know and analyze the situation. What happens if I don't have anything to feed my family? What happens if I can't make the provision? What happens if there's not enough for my kids to wake up to in the morning? That's the real men out here. Some of them catching it now. Like I said, when we had the voting,
the sister dropped. Yeah, wow. Caller 0529 has dropped. Yeah, and then we streaming too, so she can't call back in.
So
he was doing it.
It happens, man. That's blog talk for you, man. That's what they do.
Blog talk.
Dropping too much jewels, man. They want to shut it down.
Yeah, another caller with the zeros. Caller with the zeros.
Yeah, so L. Yeah, so
yes,
L, it's me. So L. Okay, like a lot of people,
fell off,
they
man.
hustle. Yeah, my sister fell off. Like you were saying, like last week with the family, you can get that from the insurance, the whole life. You can like get a car. And then what about if you gift that car, and the other person gift that car, and gift that car, and keep flipping it and flipping it and flipping it? Everybody can make money, right?
Yeah, depending on how you do it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, like that. Because a lot of people talk about when they was out there in the street, slinging, and they flip it. But then again, they say they took what they learned in the street and flip it. But I don't see how they do it. But I'm gonna speak on this stuff about. I tell people what's real money, and I say if I give you like a piece of paper that could burn up, gold and silver can't burn up in a fire. And then what happened is that like what happens if they don't know how to read? I give them some stocks. They don't know how to read, but they know what a diamond look like. They know what precious metals look like. They know what stones look like. So I could take that anywhere around the world. But I mean, paper. The dollar is dropping. The paper get burned up in the fire and stuff like that. So I tell a lot of people, I may give you $1,000 bill. It may not mean anything to you. I give you $100 bill. It may not mean anything to you because it's no use in where you live at. That. What are you going to do with $100 bill if your country doesn't accept it? Or what you going to do with pesos if your country doesn't accept it? what you gonna do with yen if my country doesn't accept it? But every country accepts precious metal, gems, and diamonds and stuff like that. So I mean, It doesn't matter who exchanges with who. If you exchange the paper, if they give it to me, or I'm giving it to them. I might not have any use for it. But every place around the world have use for metals and stones and stuff like that. And I tell them like that too. Their euro might be okay, more money, like that. But I can't. Why would I want to use the euro? Why would I want to go exchange? I could take that, go any place there. But that euro, I got to go and cash that in to deal with wherever I'm going at. But that gold, I can take anywhere. Them diamonds, I can take anywhere. Them rubies, I can take anywhere. Metals, I can take that anywhere. I don't have to wait on no line and cash it in. I just be out.
If you know what true wealth is, you know what real money is, you start automatically engaging in practices that make you and your family economically relevant.
Indeed.
And that's what they're looking to keep us from, but you can't knock the struggle, you can't stop the hustle.
All that music, who's that? Live music in the background.
Yeah. That's my little one watching T-Titan. That's my little one watching T-Titan.
They got to turn it down a little bit, my good brother.
All right. Cut that TV down, y'all.
Nah, we all good.
Give me more control.
Okay.
Let the little ones do their dance, man.
Yeah. I want to add something real quick with everybody. I want to add one thing real quick. I don't want to take up too much of the time. Do you all know or aware that they got places now in select areas? This is mainly right now in Florida where they have ATM machines with gold in it. Can you believe that?
Nah.
They got ATM machines that will discharge gold out of it. You can find it out right now as we talk.
I'm gonna Google that.
Oh, that should show you what's about to come. You know what I'm saying?
There's a wealth transfer that's happening right now, and we all need to get us on the front of it. Peace, brother. Delon, appreciate you coming in.
So, L.
Okay. No doubt, my brother. Talk to you, man. I'm glad to call
Peace
you,
to all of y'all.
Today, man. I usually miss you, but I'm glad to you and all the other good brothers that and the sisters.
Yeah, my sister's trying to get back in now.
Nah, we streaming, so she can't call back in.
I know, but she's trying hitting me up, but I can't pull her in.
Right. All right,
and you get well, so get well, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, so L, what other thing?
Mellow Bay, appreciate you, fam.
Yes, sir. Likewise, indeed.
Yeah. Likewise.
That's Copper Tone. That's Copper Tone. He's not Mellow Bay no more.
Yes,
that's Copper Tone.
All right. What did you say?
Hey.
He's Copper Tone now. He's Copper Tone. He's not Mellow Bay no more.
Oh, it's Copper Tone?
Yeah, Copper Tone.
Hello, you say you Copper Tone? All right, yeah, Brother Brian, man, appreciate you calling in, man. Have a great week. Talk to you soon.
Yeah. Hey. Hello? Hey, one thing I was going to say is that, we know the whole thing is coming when it comes to the whole transfer of the money and everything kind of makes sense, people never been really dealing with real money, and they've been thinking this other stuff is real money. But I feel is that, we got to start thinking like how these, when you think about the Amish, they don't care about what's going on because they concerned about their community. So they value each other. So I think we need to start really valuing each other. Get everything situated with your family, when it comes to making sure they wealthy. But we got to make sure everybody, the people that we talking to and link up who actually want to take the information, we got to work with them, because I'm trying to get what I get from you, trying to learn as much as I can so I can be able to, get to a point where I can help assist you with something and assist other people, And that's why I really think the money is us believing in this, all this other stuff. You got to play with the gold and the silver, but, if we decided we just want to do stuff with each other, the biggest importer of America is what we call so-called black people, the entertainment that we do, as far as athletes and all that stuff. You know, that's what makes us different from China. They don't got people that look like us doing all the entertainment. So we gotta value each other.
True indeed. I like that. Very true, man. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for adding to the platform.
Yes.
Make it a regular occurrence, man. Talk to you soon, Brother Brian, and have a great week, man.
Do the same, man. Stay well.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I will, and I'll get better. Family, Daryl, Brownsville, man. Appreciate you calling in, man.
Yep. Okay, I appreciate you too, so L. That's
You
the
the
email
man.
I sent you. It takes a man to know the man.
All right. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Peace, man.
Okay. Peace.
All right, y'all. That's it. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all y'all. I don't know if people are more interested or if, the shows are getting better. I would like to think that people are becoming more interested, But I appreciate everyone. I appreciate all you. I appreciate everyone who, checked the show out live, everyone who called in this evening, everyone who adds to the platform. There are people who, email current events. I don't necessarily shout people out. I assume that people want to remain private. But there's people that, add to the platform just by emailing current events. Bottom line is, I know that the Internal Revenue Service, United States government, did not grant me the energy that I use to convert into wealth, whether it's currency or gold and silver or whatever. So therefore, I don't think they're going to tell me on how the wages or the income coming from my life, inhale, exhale, breath of my life on this planet to some fictitious, quasi-government entity. I ain't the type of person, cry about it. I don't boo-hoo, I chugga choo-choo. And in that understanding, we need to properly understand which entity to generate income with and which system to be in. 1040 versus 1041. I put 98 number because it's foreign. It's a contract, so it's foreign to legislation anyways. You understand what I'm saying? When a trust contract is executed, it becomes a federal entity, not subject to any legislative authority. A lot of stuff that I said this evening was straight up from the Supreme Court. I didn't really give too many citations because I didn't want it to be about people writing this stuff down. I wanted it to be about people listening and understanding the concepts that I'm going through. There is a system of slavery. It's a system of economic slavery. We all understand this. We all have, the splinter in our mind, but we need to do something about it. With the foundation, I hope that, and trust that there are actionable things brought to your attention and given to you that you can use to affect the change in your life, in your quality of life, and your way of life. Welcome to thefoundation.com. Sign up for the email list. PDF section is up and running. The episodes are being put on YouTube, and they're being linked to the website. You can find the Facebook page for Welcome to the Foundation. You can find the Instagram page for Welcome to the Foundation. You can find the Twitter page to Welcome to the Foundation, all from WelcomeToTheFoundation.com. HighFrequencyRadioNetwork.com. cast the largest shadow over any other website on the internet. It's always worth and encouraged to invest in your private education. It's always understand things are going to continue to change. We need to be used to moving in different scenarios. Maybe harder than it sounds, but it's not. Going private isn't a big mystery. It's a mind state. Then it becomes a way of life. Ultimately, if you feel that your energy that was given to you by your creator, by your parents, that you exchange for value should be taxed by a government, then feel free. If you don't, if you feel that there's something wrong and you want to be less hindered by legislation in these things, you need to understand the difference between the 1040 and the 1041 and why it's different. It's public and private 101. This is my charity. I do this because I love you and I want better for you as I want for myself. You are me, and as I deal with you, I deal with self. 100%. No illusions about it. I know what this information can do. Bear witness, have experienced. And this is what I attempt to give to you every single week here on the Foundational High Frequency Radio Network. Every single week. With that being said, I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to encourage you to continue to study. I want to encourage you to be creative, to get back into your producing state of consciousness, because we are producers, we are creators. Whether we're creating products or state of minds or environments, these are the things that excite us and make us happy, truly. Not some physical object or car or anything like that. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. And don't be too hard on yourself. Dedication and persistence are your best friends for change. You have yourself and yourself to thank as well as yourself to blame. Yeah, High Frequency, we're always here for you. If you ever need any one of us, hit us up or come through. For High Frequency Radio Network, for myself, Sot L, and for the Foundation, I want to say thank you. Enjoy yourself. Have a wonderful week. Love yourself so that you can love others. Can't throw it in the air if you don't have it in your hand. And check me out next time here. The Foundation on High Frequency Radio Network. Peace, love, freedom, truth, justice, equality, and peace to God.
Gonna sing all the way live.